Welcome back, everyone, to your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update and news report for Friday, January 1st. In this video, we have to talk about the status of the $2,000 stimulus check, as well as the recent move in Congress to rebuke President Trump. Happy January 1st, happy 2021, happy New Year. I hope this year brings you all of the joy, success, and health that you are seeking. Do not ever give up. Never stop pushing, but remember, nothing ever changes unless you do. So it is important to make that change and make that step and focus. As always, I do hope you have been enjoying my content, getting value out of my videos. I greatly appreciate all of the support. We grow and grow this community every single solitary day, and I love you all. If you have been enjoying my videos, do show your support by smashing that like button, give the video a big thumbs up, turn that like button blue. And if you want to see more videos from my channel, hit that big red button, the subscribe button, also the notification bell as well. Ding that bell, that will ring in the new year and also ring you when I do post a brand new video. So you'll be notified every single solitary time. So let's start with some breaking news. Today, something happened for the first time during Trump's presidency. In his entire administration, his entire tenure, this has never happened before, but we saw it play out today. This is because the Senate actually overrode Trump's veto of the NDAA, or National Defense Authorization Act. Again, this is the first override in his entire presidency, just weeks left. The House of Representatives first voted on Monday. They voted in a vote of 322 to 87. This was a remarkable bipartisan condemnation of the president in divided Washington. Then the Senate voted today in 81 to 13 in favor of overriding Trump, and so the NDAA will be enacted into law despite Trump's disapproval. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had urged his Republican colleagues to vote in favor of overriding Trump earlier this week. He had said, quote, "For the brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces, failure is not an option. So when it is our turn in Congress to have their backs, failure is not an option here either. I urge my colleagues to support this legislation one more time." The NDAA is a $741 billion national security package. Yes, we do need money for the military. Of course, we have to defend ourselves. That's most important. But yet again, it is another example of how we have all this money, billions and billions of dollars, endless funding to not only go to other countries, but also the military, and money for weapons and armory, and of course paying our troops, which is so important. But we cannot give money to the American people who are working and people who are out of work. We cannot give them any funding. But yes, this bill will raise the pay of troops, and it will direct the purchase of weapons and set military policies. So it passed both the House and Senate with overwhelming support by both parties. Now, Trump had vetoed this bill for mainly two particular reasons. Number one, he had previously said that he is against changing the names of bases named for Confederate military leaders. Yet the bill addresses stripping names, symbols, displays, monuments, and other paraphernalia that honors the Confederacy. And it would establish a commission to study and develop a plan, its costs, and the criteria for renaming the bases, such as the Army's Fort Benning, Bragg, Hood, and others. Trump had also previously criticized this legislation for not including language that would strip social media companies from the protections that they enjoy under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. The measure, which was adopted in 1996, prevents companies such as Twitter and Facebook from being sued by anyone claiming to be harmed by a post. And this is a very interesting, strange dynamic because McConnell voted in favor of this bill and to override the president, and one of Trump's reasons for not backing it was because of Section 230. But yet McConnell listened to Trump in regards to his demand to revoke Section 230 and even introduced legislation that would include that under his $2,000 stimulus proposal. So as we know, millions and millions of Americans are eagerly waiting the arrival of their $600 stimulus check for each eligible adult and child. And many people have already commented down below in the comments. They have already received their checks. Let me know if you have. I know so many people have, but so many people are still waiting. And also let me know your payment method. Are you waiting via direct deposit or by mail, or is it a debit card? Let me know down below in the comments. The IRS had said on Tuesday that it had started distributing checks that evening via direct deposit, and that process will extend into next week. Paper checks have started being mailed out on December 30th for people that do not have their direct deposit information registered with the IRS. But still, many people are confused about the timeline of when their stimulus checks will come, especially as the IRS portal for checking the status is not up. But yes, ultimately, eventually, you will definitely receive $600 if you are eligible, of course. But what about a $2,000 stimulus check? Well, as of right now, this second, I can tell you that the chances of a $2,000 stimulus check are effectively dead. Republicans once again have blocked a vote for the $2,000 stimulus check. They once again blocked that request of a vote, despite their own president, Republican President Trump's call for $2,000 stimulus checks. The Senate then prepared to adjourn after Trump's veto of the National Defense Bill, and GOP lawmakers blocked Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer's final effort to get the chamber to take up on the House-passed bill, increasing the payments on the coronavirus stimulus package from $600 to $2,000. The clock ran out for the Senate after they overrode Trump's veto, as the new session of Congress will start Sunday. But McConnell's new reasoning for refusing to accept $2,000 checks is quite interesting. The Senate Majority Leader essentially claimed that the checks would go to wealthier households. He had said, quote, "A huge chunk would essentially be socialism for rich people, money flowing to households earning well into six figures who did not lose any jobs or income last year." And he said that the House Democrats' bill is just simply not the right approach. To a certain extent, this does hold some truth. This is because calculations by the Center for a Responsible Federal Budget said that a family of four, which would start with $8,000 in stimulus checks, could earn up to $310,000 before the entire payment would end. For a family with 5 children, the cutoff would be $430,000 in AGI. But then Senator Bernie Sanders said that the Tax Policy Center, which is a research group, calculated that the richest 5% of Americans would get just 1% of the direct payments, so a majority would still go to our working class, middle class, and lower class Americans. Sanders then lashed out at Republicans, saying that they had no problem in 2017 passing a tax cut bill that independent studies showed gave most of its benefits to corporations and the rich, while the Congressional Budget Office said that it would increase the federal deficit by $1.9 trillion over 10 years. In addition, at the insistence of Senate Republicans, the $2 trillion CARES Act, which passed back in March, included a tax break that the Joint Committee on Taxation said gave 82% of its benefits to taxpayers making more than $1 million a year. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer had said, quote, "It's okay if the Republican leader wants to call direct assistance to American people poorly targeted and socialism for the rich," even after he drove the passage of a $2 trillion across-the-board reduction in corporate taxes. He said, "But give us a vote, make the argument, let the Senate work its will." He said, "To me, it seems like the Republican leader is afraid to schedule a vote on $2,000 checks because he's afraid it will pass." Now remember, McConnell did introduce his own legislation regarding $2,000 stimulus checks, but they also included Trump's priorities of a commission on voter election fraud, as well as a repeal of Section 230. Now, Schumer actually gave in and said that the Senate could vote on those other separate provisions. Democrats refused to vote on McConnell's legislation that would have all three demands, but Schumer said that he would accept a vote on the three demands separately. He had said, quote, "We have offered to vote on whatever unrelated issues the Republican leader says he wants to vote on, so long as we can get a clean vote on the House bill to provide $2,000 checks. The only way to actually make it happen this session of Congress." So the new session of Congress, the 117th session of Congress, will begin Sunday, and congressional Democrats, as well as President-elect Joe Biden, have said that they will push for another round of stimulus. So as of right now, especially under this session of Congress, there will be no chances at a $2,000 stimulus check. But once Biden takes office, we could see another push for $2,000 checks. More developments and news are to come. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button, and if you want to see more videos from my channel, hit that big red button, the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell as well. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. Happy New Year.